Welcome to today's episode of WCATChats, hosted by myself, Alex.
And Carson.
Here today with Gavin Rivas, fellow student government member, orchestra player, golf team member, just an all-around guy, and the wave guy.
Amazing.
Super interesting. So we see you're dressed up in performative attire. What does that mean for you?
That's just the scholarly day. Got the baggy jeans, a little bit bigger t-shirt, earbuds, and I have my feminist literature in my bag.
No matcha today?
I didn't have time to run over to matcha, but I get some later today.
What is this shirt? Just after golf? I like
Just having
that.
golf, yes. Yeah, that's the main message on it.
It's from, I like it.
Yeah, it's thrifted actually.
Just after golf. Love that message. Speaking of golf, we know you're a fellow varsity member of the golf team. Last year made it to state, didn't perform how we wanted to. But what are your hopes for this year?
I think we have a really solid team. Only losing one senior, and have some solid freshmen coming up. So I think definitely make it back to state and go do our best there. Obviously, the goal each year is to win state, so that's the goal.
Love to hear that. Who do you think our captains are going to be this year?
I don't know if the golf team does captains. If they did
will
do
this
that.
year.
Okay, then hopefully some of the senior presences, maybe Bo or I, or
I like that idea.
the other seniors on the team.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, so we also know you're an orchestra member. So tell us a little bit about, we know you had a concert last week. Tell us a little bit about how that went.
Mm-hmm, yeah, we had our all-school concert, which we have each year. That's the lower school, middle school, and upper school. So it's really cool being on the other side of it. I remember I joined orchestra in 3rd grade. I was a member of the lower school orchestra with Miss Na. I loved that class. But you really go, you kind of are a super beginner. You don't even know you can put together music, but then you're able to for that concert. And then you see levels of progression. It's really cool being all the way at the end of that, however many years later in 12th grade. And it was a really fun set. We enjoyed the pieces we got to play. Got to play Brandenburg, which was a very intricate and fun piece. Lots of dynamic things going on, and also Red Rhythm Cup.
If you had to rank the pieces you played this past concert, how would you rank them? You just give us your top 5.
Well, we played 2 pieces.
Rank them in order, top 2.
I preferred, Red Rhythm Cup was more like modern, kind of like a little more upbeat. I liked Brandenburg a little more. There's a few tougher spots, but it's pretty catchy, I thought.
Are you a part of the library choices of your music in orchestra? I know in band we have officers that, or when I was in band, we had officers that chose or helped choose the music we play.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a part of that for orchestra?
We do not have any say in the music we play. We do have librarians, but I don't know what they do.
Okay.
But
So you just roll with the punches, huh?
exactly. But we trust Miss Wu. She makes great decisions for what music we play.
I like that.
How'd you feel about the middle schoolers' performance?
Middle schoolers' performance was good. They had one specific song I liked a lot, which was they had a bunch of solos, and they hooked up the mic to a few different of the solos, and it was more of like a samba feel almost. I think that is the genre it was. I wish I had the name of it, but if someone can figure out, that's definitely worth checking out. I enjoyed that song. Tried to Shazam it actually, but it didn't pick up. So
That's actually
that's
good.
unfortunate.
News flash, Jan term's coming out. What'd you get this year?
Yeah, I'm super excited. Got my very first choice, which was the Disney Jan term.
That's awesome.
I'm super excited to go to Disney. Got some of my good friends in it, wonderful teachers, and can't wait this year.
What are the teachers?
Miss Solodko, Miss Latham, and I'm sorry, I think I forget the 3rd teacher, but Miss Solodko I know well as my history teacher.
It's awesome. Carson, what'd you get this year?
Well, this year I'm doing business and sports, so a little bit of a stacked Jan term every year. Ton of my friends, a ton of people in that class. Great junior and senior only class, so the underclassmen out there, you gotta wait. Yeah, great class, great teachers. Miss Maxie, one of the teachers, we love her from
We do love Miss Maxie.
algebra.
Great teacher.
What about you? Where were you headed this year?
I'm taking my talents to an internship this year. I'll be headed to Surgical Specialists of Atlanta. Just want to really showcase my talents and what I have there. Looks good on college applications, but also just a wonderful experience and opportunity for me, and I'm really grateful for it. So appreciate it, Ms. Major. Now, Carson, I know you mentioned he does the wave.
He does do the wave. One of the
You do the wave.
one
I
of the
do
key
do the wave.
components of the pep rally gets everyone hyped.
I think it's almost the main component of the pep rally.
Probably the
So much.
It stays consistent every time. He doesn't fall. And
Did you fall?
I don't think I don't remember.
I don't think he
I don't
fell.
think that happened.
Just it stays consistent, and that's what we love to see out of a guy. You love to see consistency and bring excitement to the crowd and the audience. Do you have any takes on his past couple?
I really love the coming out the little mini surfboard. Really following in the footsteps of some of the greats of the past.
Exactly.
Putting your own twist on it. The lower schoolers and the middle schoolers came to this last pep rally. They loved it. They ate it up. So, yeah, that was great. Love to see where the wave is headed.
When did you learn how to ripstick?
That's always been a lifelong passion of mine. When I was younger, loved to do anything boarding, loved to snowboard. Ripstick was very similar, the independent feet movement. And I actually used to bring my ripstick to the skate park. And I do all genuinely. It was genuinely something I really enjoyed doing. I would go and I would do the bowls and do all this stuff. I mean, kind of limited what you could do with a ripstick, tough to do any tricks or anything, but I would ride that, all this stuff in the park.
Someone could say ride the wave.
Some could say I was training from a very young age, and that was actually, I don't know if you noticed, but I did a little equipment switch. First wave I did was on a small blue ripstick.
I didn't recognize that.
Hence why if there were any mishaps, that was why, because it was very difficult to ride. I realized after because it was extremely small, but I only realized that once I got the new one, which is more on theme. It is a surfboard and it is a normal size, and it would be hard to do anything.
You're dedicated. Have you ever actually surfed before?
I have surfed one time in Hawaii when I was younger. Enjoy wake surfing off a boat on the lake as well.
I do also enjoy a little wake surfing. We do have some funny clips of Carson wake surfing.
Really?
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
We should play
It
that.
was actually my first time ever wake surfing.
It was pretty hilarious.
It's pretty hard for me to balance.
Tough to start for sure. But
Yeah, once you get the hang of it, you're just like that.
exactly.
Yeah, just like
Like
that.
that.
We should all ripstick sometime.
We should. That would be fun. I'd enjoy that.
We should have a school-wide ripstick.
Might have some safety concerns, but I think that would be fun.
Student government, you could make it
We
happen.
could work on that.
What are you looking forward to in student government coming up?
We have a lot of fun things coming up, especially homecoming. This week is always a fun one. You get to dress up in themes. We have pajama day next week, and we also have the main event, which is the homecoming dance and the football game. The dance is on Thursday night, October 16th, I believe from 8 to 10, but double check me on that. And then the homecoming game on Friday. So super fun week to get excited for. Student government's done a lot of planning and work behind the scenes, but we're excited to see all that work come into fruition.
What was the decision behind making it a formal attire homecoming?
We as student government, we like to voice the needs of the people,
Right.
what the people want.
Right.
So we actually took that to a poll. We asked the people, and the people spoke. The people wanted formal.
I don't know about your grade, but our grade, when it hit the group meet, it was almost a 50-50 split. Formal
Really?
barely won. I think it was 58.
I'm not sure they
40.
did win, but hey.
They didn't know. That formal definitely won.
Okay.
By a few votes.
But not by much, yes. That is true. I believe your grade was a close split, and some of the other grades were split by wider margins. But overall, the consensus ended up being formal. So we apologize if you were on that other side.
What is the dress code? Are we talking collared shirt, pants, or are we talking button down, blazer, tie, bow tie?
Of course. So I believe the Schoology update will go out later today, actually. But dress is the same dress as a dress-up day. Any of those requirements for school apply here. as the guided dress. But of course, I know Archer, you're a snazzy man. If you want to pull up in a full tux, by all means, you can go for that.
You never know. You never know.
Big bow tie guy.
I've been off the bow tie train lately. Taking a break.
We're on the tie train, or just?
We're on the tie train. I'm riding it all the way home. What else do we have to say about you, Gavin, Rivas?
I mean, student government. I've heard a lot of the freshmen are taking homecoming as serious as other schools do, asking the date, really getting hyped for it. So it's good to see that new trend starting to come to fruition.
For sure, we like that you used my word there. we do like to see that from the freshmen and sophomores, kind of starting a new trend. We've kind of thought about that in the past. We know other schools like to make homecoming a bigger deal, but it's just never really been a part of the Westminster culture. But we'd love to see that from the younger grades, kind of starting that, and see in the future. I'd be interested to see how that holds up, comes into fruition.
Maybe leave your legacy and pave a way for others behind you.
For sure, yes.
What is your goal? Like, what is your goal impact to have on the school as you take your final steps out of this wonderful place?
It's a good question. You know what? Everyone who I've interacted to have a positive impact on them. To really not be ashamed to get into the school spirit, be excited for everything that Westminster stands for, our culture, and really live that boldly.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Carson, you still got a couple years of eligibility left. Just curious, on the varsity basketball team, WCAT fellow chat member, what is your long-lasting attempt?
I mean, we're trying to leave. I mean, it's kind of me ripping off Gavin, but for different stuff. We're trying to leave a legacy. Westminster's changing. Things in Georgia are changing right now. I mean, GHSA, big changes. We're going up to 5A next year, highest we've ever been. For the basketball team, we've definitely turned it around these last few years. And we're trying to leave that mark, like that permanent mark that we're one of the top programs in Georgia. And, hopefully with that, we can inspire people, just motivate them, do whatever they want to do, see that it's possible to hit that turnaround in whatever they're doing.
That's a good answer, good response. So Gavin, we've already listed all these things. You're attending part of so many different activities on Westminster. Has there always been an activity that you wanted to join but haven't gotten a chance to?
It's a good question. There's actually one activity that comes to mind that I did join when I was younger, but found that it was one of the things I had to sacrifice to make room for other commitments. And that was a club called Dirt Cats. I really enjoyed that. I did that in middle school. I remember back with Mr. Gerald, and that was a lot of fun. I actually was part of the group that made a new garden over by the summer camp. We installed that stuff. One of the especially memorable days was when we just got to go pick up the dirt and pile it. We were just putting it on a pile. I didn't know what we were doing, but it was fun to get down and dirty in the Westminster campus and kind of make an environmental impact. And that was something I dropped in high school, but if I had time, I would definitely continue doing it. Dirt Cats was a lot of fun.
I never actually participated, but I always did admire that, and I admired you guys' work. Really helping not only nature but the environment around Westminster. And if I'm incorrect, or correct me if I'm wrong, but but you guys do produce, or you did when you were a part of it. You did produce some produce or herbs.
Yes, yeah, that was one of the main things. Just planting different things, learning about when is a good time to plant things, and of course we had a ton of good guidance from the teacher side. But it was a lot of fun. I was never a huge veggie guy. They're starting to grow on me now, but especially in middle school, not a huge veggie guy. But when I grew something, I kind of had that connection to it. Tasted all the much better.
Just trying to wrap this up here. I keep looking at your shirt and just have to golf. Love that motto. We're gonna end out with a ranking as we normally do. We want you to give us your top 5 golfers right now.
Top 5 golfers right now. I'm gonna go for the top spot. Go Speed. He's always had a special spot in my heart.
When are you gonna let go, dude?
No, he's on the up, dude. I feel like when I was learning golf, he was the guy, you know, kind of 2015, you know, first grade, go to the FedEx Cup, get like a tiny glove signed by him. He's just the guy. And even now, you know, seeing the edits with like the Linger song over it just really gets me going every time. And he's coming back. You know, he's so close.
He's on the back.
He's on the up and rise. Go number 2, Max Homa. I really like Max Homa. He got a little stuck this last year, but you know,
A little.
And last year he was phenomenal on the Ryder Cup team. But he's just a guy, you know, like to see him do well. Like to see him do big things.
Yeah, of course.
Number 3, I'm gonna go. I like Colin Morikawa. Kind of just a few golfers that are not. They're struggling a little, but you know, he's just got a
ball
nice
striking.
tempo. His ball striking doesn't hit it the longest, but he likes to.
Consistent.
Yeah, consistency is one of the best mid to long irons. You know, hit a ton of greens and try and trust that putter. Speaking of good putters, really like Cameron Young. We'll put him at 4. He's got a nice motion on it. Got that pause, an interesting looking swing, but really gets after it. Did some big things in the Ryder Cup this past year, and he can really roll the rock.
What are your takes on the pause?
On the pause.
Like if
I
you
agree.
swing.
Oh, the pause. I think for him it really works. It's like his tempo thing. You know, we see people do it, especially like Ben Kruper golf on Instagram. You know, he does that big pause and gets going, and that works for him. It seems similar to Cameron Young, but it's just more, you know, it's so nice and on plane. And I love his short game action too. It almost looks like he does something similar, but he just always has that kind of wonderful rhythm, and he can really play with it himself, and you know, get things going on the golf course. And then I do have a 5th, don't I?
You do.
I'm gonna go. Can I do a throwback?
You please.
Anthony Kim. You know,
Wow.
he's got those big belts. I should have put him at 1, honestly. If I want to see anyone come back, it's him. I think he's a little further gone than Speed. But the Anthony Kim edits are the toughest of all time. The driver off the decks, he's just, if Oro could be defined as a golfer, it would be Anthony Kim.
That's a lovely answer. Thank you. Or do you have something to say?
I'm noticing no Scotty Scheffler on the top 5.
Yeah, he did. I guess I didn't think about that. He's a good golfer. We can put him 6.
Good golf.
He's decent.
He's probably the best golfer in the world.
Yeah, not too bad.
Hey, I respect the list though. You know,
For sure.
Speed is not coming back.
Really?
Well,
Who would y'all's 1 be?
But Scotty.
Scott.
VJ Seg
Okay.
He's still out there playing, right?
Got nice
on
stuff.
Champions Tour. Maybe.
Champions Tour, yeah.
If you want to close us out, Carson.
All right. Well, this has been episode 2 of 2 Cents with Carson Menner and Alex Garcia. Thank you for joining us today. See you next time.
See ya.
See you.